What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and I am so excited to announce that my new legendary hero in Gemstone Legends named Lion has been released. So now you can summon for him, and I'm going to do a breakdown and playtest him, and let me tell you, he smashes. Alright, so Lion is now available in the altar with a boosted chance for summons, so it's a great time to go after him if you want to. Of course, you're probably watching this video to see if it's worth it or not, and of course, you can't summon for him if you haven't downloaded the game yet. So if you still need to do that, make sure to use the link in the description of this video because you get a free epic hero and a bunch of free stuff to help you start out on the right foot. You do not get that in the regular app store. Alright, so congratulations again to Raceland76 because that was our winner who chose the special skills here, and I absolutely loved the special skills that were chosen. Now, there were so many good entries. I had such a hard time providing my input. I wasn't the only one who decided the skills. We did that as a team, but I did provide my input, and I just loved everything about the skills for this hero. It was everything that I enjoy about playing Gemstone Legends kind of in one neat little package. So I'm going to get to that by doing a breakdown. Then I'm going to talk about like what equipment I think works well on the Lion hero. I'm going to talk about where in particular he's useful, team setup and synergy, and then finally I'm going to play test him in the arena so that you can see that special in action. So first, let's do the breakdown, and I'm in the lexicon because I always like to ask the question, is it worth it to put all the resources in to max out this hero? So looking at the stats to start with, the things that stand out to me are a pretty high HP, and I think that's important when we look at the special. The attack is also a little bit higher, and that is also important with the special skill. Speed is at 218 there. It starts out at 198, so that's actually, it's about average. 200 is average, so it's like low, moderate average. And then we also have mana gain at 22, which of course, whenever you level up the skills, you're going to get a 1 mana boost, so you can have 4 pieces of caster equipment if you want to try and speed him up. However, when I go over the equipment, I actually don't think the caster equipment is all that important on this one. I'm going to talk about which equipment I think is. Looking at the abilities. Now, first of all, love this. Speed leader everywhere. You cannot get enough of this. You want like one of these on all your teams. And so it just creates even more flexibility with having another speed leader in the game. And in fact, especially in something like Guild Wars, you can split your speed leaders up now and make your team a little bit faster. So that's really, really excellent. Fangs and Claws is our active special, and it says deals damage to all enemies 175% of attack. Deals damage to all enemies 20% of caster's max HP. Now, I found that really intriguing. So when Raceland76 put this in here, it makes me excited because it causes you to have to make choices with your equipment and what you're going to focus on. And I'll show you what I emphasized when we go over that. 100% chance to inflict bleed on all enemies for 4 turns. Now, I think this is just very big cat-like. I think that it's very thematic, and I think that this is just a huge damage dealer, which I love. Area of effect damage dealer. I love these big teams, these nuke teams that can just smash opponents. Of course, you have to build them right because there's a lot of ways that a hero like this could be neutralized. Now, you can see what it starts out at level 1 here, 125% of attack and 15% of caster's max HP with an 85% chance to inflict bleed. Goes all the way up to 175 attack, 20 HP, 20% of HP, and 100% chance to inflict bleed. Okay, now let's take a look at the passive. That active was pretty simple, but I think is going to be powerful when it comes to damage. The active, or the passive, says 100% chance to inflict stun on an enemy with the lowest defense for 4 turns while using his special ability. Now, you might wonder why the enemy with the lowest defense. Like, that sounds like a drawback, but actually think about which heroes on the opposing side typically have the lowest defense. It's your really big attackers, like ones that potentially deal damage based on HP or deal damage based on attack. Not defense, obviously, but you might be able to knock out some of those big attackers. Also, a lot of the really specialized support heroes might have lower defense if they're doing something really funky over there too. It just depends on how they're built. Obviously, there's a lot of complexity in that, but he's often hitting stun on the hero you want to hit stun on. whenever they've sacrificed defense for other things. 100% chance to inflict decreased speed on all enemies for 1 turn while using his special ability. Oh man, I love anything that has to do with speed. Slowing down the opponent, speeding yourself up. Gains increased speed for 2 turns if he successfully inflicts bleed on an enemy while using his special ability. So of course, since we're inflicting bleed and we want to get this speed up, there's an incentive to also look at accuracy when trying to put equipment on this hero. Finally, there's the mana gain increased by 1. So of course you can see the starting stats for this then is the 100% chance to inflict stun with the lowest defense for 2 turns, 100% chance to inflict decreased speed on all enemies for 1 turn, and gains increased speed for 1 turn. So you can see the little bit of increase there for each of those items. Okay, now let's jump in and talk about equipment, because there's so much going on with these abilities. It's incentivizing a number of different things. You could focus on HP to really maximize that HP damage and the longevity of the hero. Like, I always like heroes where you're incentivized to increase something like defense and HP to deal damage, because it also means your hero is going to live longer. Of course, if the attack stat is higher, that's helping with the gemstones. And so what do you choose here? Because you could increase the HP a lot. You could increase the attack more. Now, one thing that I think is interesting that you should consider when you're building this hero is your awkward equipment. I know everybody has this awkward equipment that looks like it should be powerful, but the split occurs in ways that don't seem to work well. Like if you have a piece of equipment that has a percent HP or a really high HP stat, base stat, and then you have a really high attack stat, that often like just doesn't seem to go together. You're looking for other things, but with this hero, you can go find that awkward equipment and be able to put it to use. Obviously, if we're inflicting bleed, you know, we're thinking accuracy. I don't think bleed is quite as important. I think it's more thematic than it is damaging, but of course, if it lands, you're just dealing even more damage to the opponent. I think crit rate and crit damage are going to be really important on this one too, especially because of the 2 different ways that you can cause damage. So that's something that I like. You could go with caster equipment. I personally will not, and I'm going to show you and show you why. But there's that as well. So which equipment did I go with? Let's jump in here so I can show you. As you can see, based on the stats and the changes that occurred here, I'm really focused on HP. That's what I decided to go with. The attack that was added is just kind of bonus. If I found equipment that really focused on HP and also had some level of attack, that's what I went with. I didn't focus so much on speed. I'm letting my other heroes in the team do more of that. I did want to focus a lot on crit rate and crit damage. I will admit to you though, even though I have a lot of crit rate equipment here, I don't think that my equipment at the moment is optimized for this. I would love to get that crit rate to 85% or higher. I have it at 80. It's like close enough. The crit damage is pretty good at 161%. You know, ultimately you want that around 125 or more. And clearly the closer you get it to 200, the better. You can get it over 200 potentially, but that's hard to do when you're spread thin on the equipment. But this is what I went with. Focus mainly on HP, then a balance of crit rate and crit damage. And I'm basically creating this hero to live longer and then just smash. So where do I think he's going to be useful? PvP primarily, in the arena, in Guild Wars. That's where he's going to be super useful, where you can put together a team, like a nuke team, that's going to smash opponents. Now, my personal bias when building a team is to go for just really big multiple like hitters. Like I like enabling with defense down and vulnerability and things like that, and then a big smasher to come in and just finish off the opposing team. There's another way to build this too, where this is your finisher and all the other heroes in the team are more defensive. Some people like to build teams that basically just can't die. You got things like Soul Link and Taunt going on and healing and whatever, and they're just going off so fast that you can't seem to deal damage to a team. So this is one where you can slot it into a team like that to actually be the one to finish off opposing teams. That's where I think he's going to have his best use. I think there's, you know, potentially the case to be made that he could be used in the Rift because of that AoE damage, especially if there's taunt going on anywhere, you can get around that. However, you know, for single damage dealing, he's probably not going to be as powerful. So, of course, when you get onto the Rift boss, he's probably not quite as impactful as a hero that could maybe just smash with one big directed hit. Same thing with the raid boss, of course. You know, one thing to mention, though, as far as AoE heroes go against like the raid boss or Rift, is that he actually probably is a little better than a lot of the heroes out there that depend on statuses, because really, he just smashes with that active skill, like that attack and that HP damage. And then the bleed doesn't really matter that much. It's just bonus in PvP, I think. Okay, so let's go talk about team setup and synergy in the arena. I'm just going to show my defense because I just wanted to set it up. So you can see I'm going to use this on the offense too. And there's like a million ways you could create a team around this. This is just what I'm going to do today. What you can see we have going on here, I put the lion character in the middle and made him the speed leader. Of course, I have a couple other speed leaders in this as well. You can pick any of them, speed leaders everywhere. And so that's always really powerful. I'm going to go with Sigil, Nekros, Lion, Celeste, and Strybog. Now, the purpose of this is because I want Nekros and Lion to work together to just crush the opponent. Nekros to do defense down, and also he's got some good like control features, as does Lion. But I want Nekros to go off first, and then I want Lion to come in the back. That's why I didn't use caster equipment. So for this one, I want Sigil, Nekros, Strybog, Celeste going off really fast. And what they're doing is enabling mana gain so that the specials between Nekros and Lion are going off probably twice as much and maybe even more than usual. Plus, Celeste helps with some badly needed healing potentially because these are all really big HP heroes. That healing is even more powerful. And then Sigil is great for just removing statuses and things like that, which could be a problem for Nekros and Lion whenever they're trying to hit. What's great about this team too is it gets around taunt. Because of the AoE feature, that's really important, and also the control features. If you aim it at a particular enemy, you can kind of keep them from going off. So you can kind of take out the most problematic hero without actually taking them out. You can be working on them while you're destroying everybody at the same time. So let's jump in and play test some. First up, I'm going to go after a meta team. This is one you often see in the top 100 as far as heroes go. And I think what I'm going to do is choose the most problematic hero on the other side that I think could cause issues for me. And that is their Nekros. So he's got some control features with freeze and things like that and defense down that I think could create big problems for me. But I'm going to try to go after him first because I really don't want him to go off. I'm going to start out with some yellow and green matches. I really want my Nekros to go off before my Lion goes off. I mean, I won't be too sad if my Lion goes off. He deals so much freaking damage. But let's see here. I think I want to save some yellow matches for the future here. I want to prevent them from getting blues and purples. Let's work on trying to prevent them from getting blue, I think would be important. I've got to just endure this initial wave right here. All right. Ouch. That was a lot. Now, what you're going to see is the beauty of this team with all the mana gain. And also, I can take away a lot of those statuses there. Would like green to go off first, so I'm going to focus on that as a match to make. Close to blue. Don't have yellow, so I need to try and get yellow to bunch up a bit if I can. So let's definitely make that match there so I can ensure that I get the green. Wonder if I can make those yellows drop down as best as possible. Let's let's do it this way. Awesome. Okay. That's very much what I wanted. All right, so now we can get Nekros to go off first. I'm going to use Strybog. And let's hit up Lion. Okay, see that? Look at that mana gain. That's really awesome. Okay, now let's smash. This match could take a little while because they have a lot. This is what I was saying on the other side when you get these teams that just try to do as much as they can to live. Okay, I like that match. Yeah, let's go for the green. I guess I'll do the one it's suggesting. I just kind of want to get some of my colors to start bunching up here. Look at that mana gain. It is just... I love this. It might seem like overkill, but when you get to use your specials more than them, that's how you win, even when you're sort of an underpowered team compared to what you're going up against. I'm gonna make some blue matches here. Man, I'd love to get some more yellows on the board. Yeah, fine, I'll do that. There's some yellows. Okay. Now I'm gonna slow down their mana. I think that's important. I'm gonna speed up mine. Alright, now this is cool. I love this. I'm gonna use this on Lion to give him a big mana boost and healing. It's gonna cause Sigil to go off. It's gonna cause Lion to go off. And watch this. Boom! Look at all that damage. Now, this is where it gets awesome. Okay, so yellow match. Whew, I don't have a lot of my colors in here right now. I'm afraid that when I make these matches, a bunch of green's going to come on board for their Nekros. But I've got them frozen for now, which I think is important. Yeah, I'll go ahead and make that. Let's just do a lot of tile damage, I guess. Alright, yep. Skipped him. Hit everybody. Look at that damage again. Now Nekros is gone. Who do I want to work on next? I'm not really afraid of the rest of the heroes all that much. So I'm just going to try and stop the healing and prevent this from going on too long. Let's give a big boost to Strybog. Let it spill over to Sigil. We'll set her off. Now we're close to getting Nekros to go off. We'll just make a bunch of matches this way. And since I have a couple yellow heroes here, that's helping to deal a lot of tile damage against purple. You can see how beneficial it is to have all these heroes with HP as an incentive. Like, I have really big HP heroes here, and it's helping to keep them alive through the onslaught. All right. I really want to get my Sigil off to clear off some of these negative statuses. Yeah, we'll do that one. Yeah, let's just do this. I pretty much have it won now. I just have to play it out. And I think this is going to be pretty much all she wrote. Yep. And at this point, I'm just going to put it on auto and let it finish off. For the next one, I'm going after a very different type of team comp here. This one's super aggressive. And I think I'm going to go after their Klaus first because he deals a lot of damage, but he often is weaker because you're incentivized to have lower HP on him. So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to kill him quicker. But let's see here. They seem to be a little bit speedier than I am. Hopefully I have faster mana and they don't kill me first. I don't really like what it's suggesting here for me. I do want to build up yellow and green as fast as I can. I guess what they're suggesting is okay because I can get 2 yellow matches. And I'll get 1 green match out of this, so it's fine. See how much tile damage Klaus took there? I haven't even gotten going yet, but whew, I am worried about how many matches they just got there, and now we've got Soul Link going on, so that's a bummer. Since we have Soul Link going on, let's work on blocking Akuma. Because we're gonna hit Klaus with all the area of effect damage anyway, and I really don't want Akuma to get going. All right, so first up, we're gonna use Sigil. That should allow us to fire off. I want to actually use Celeste on Sigil. That should make Necros go off. Good, because I want to hit them with Necros first, then Lion. Then we do have a beautiful blue match there at the bottom. And a nice green one up here. And yeah, that one it's suggesting is pretty good too. Okay, awesome. I definitely want that yellow match. We want to fire off Necros. I can line up blue. Okay. Trick here is to fire Necros first, then regain the mana again. So we're going to do that. Notice how I have my mana gainers set up here. I have them spread apart a little bit. And there is a reason for that. It's because Celeste cascades. So I have a little bit more flexibility in what I want to focus on. Speeding up the mana with the damage dealers or speeding up the mana with the mana gainers, and sometimes it just depends. So here I'm gonna go ahead and use Celeste first on Lion, and then I'm gonna use Sigil. That'll set Lion off. I'm hoping that kills Akuma. There we go. Good. Now at this point, their Strybog is an enabler, so I think I'm just going to go after him. We still got that Soul Link going for like 3 turns, I think. Yep. I mean, this is okay. It's just tile damage, basically, but we'll do that. Good. Kills him. Now we are rolling. I want to show you when this match is done the kind of damage that Lion is doing. I'm going to use Celeste on Necros. That'll speed him up a lot. That makes sure that the Necros is going to go off before Lion again. Yep, that's a good suggestion. We'll make the green cascade into itself. All right, Necros. Lion. Do you notice my little logo shows up whenever you use the Lion ultimate? I think that's super cool. Do you see do you see how this mana gain cascades? This is why I chose this particular setup. Because once it gets rolling, it is hard to stop. It is hard to stop. All right. And now we just got to take out their Sigil. This match is all but determined, so now we're just I'm gonna speed it up, fast forward it a little bit here. Look at all that stuff that Lion is doing. I love this hero because he's like a Swiss Army knife. He's got multiple ways to attack opponents. And he's good area of effect and single damage dealer. Obviously better area of effect, but a great single damage dealer too when it gets down to one hero. Okay, let's take a look at the damage. Do you see all that damage that Lion is doing? Do you see that? Now, Necros has long been one of the best heroes in the game. But look at what Lion is doing next to him. Now, that's partially enabled by Necros. Necros is allowing Lion to do all that damage, but my gosh, look at that. It is incredible. He just smashes, and that's why I build a team too that does a lot of mana gain, because you want him to go off over and over and over again. It just works really well with Sigil. Okay, so this is a different type of team, and obviously it is a lot speedier because they are going to town on me right off the bat. But I want to show you what it's like to fight a taunt team and how this one actually gets around it pretty good. So I've got like 5 turns in a row here. They just took like the first 3 turns, which, my gosh, crazy. I want to see if I can get Nekros off before I get my yellow heroes to go off. But I do want to start working on them as well. So let me just create a situation where I can do that. Now, I do want to focus primarily on Calum. I really want to try to prevent that taunt from firing if possible. Let's go ahead and fire Nekros. Of course, he's got taunt. And then we did get some of that defense down to land, but the area of effect from both Nekros and Lion should be able to overcome the taunt that's currently happening. We have to hit Calum with the tiles, which is fine with me because that's what I want to be kind of doing anyway. I don't love this setup. Like, this is kind of fine. I guess we'll just do this. Okay. Here's where the magic begins. Alright, so we get to use Lion. We get to speed everybody up. I'm going to go ahead and hit Sigil with Celeste. Yeah, let's match our colors, obviously. That's fine. And yeah, I mean, I guess we just work on like trying to bunch the yellows together a bit. All right. See, just look at that Celeste. So good. Nekros first. Then I'm going to use Celeste next on Lion to set Lion off. So I can use Sigil. And look at this. The Strybog's almost dead. I wish I could just finish him off here, but I'm not going to be able to. Unless I can do another area of effect before. Can I do another area of effect in 2 turns? Maybe. Probably. There's a lot of yellow on the board. I guess I will... I don't want to do the move it's suggesting. I want to make a green match. But I kind of want to make a blue match too for Strybog. I think it makes the most sense right now to make the blue match. Okay, we get to hit everybody. Speed up. They slow down. I just mana choked them. Celeste. I believe I can use Celeste on... Actually, let's use her on Sigil, because that'll cause Lion to go off, and Nekros to gain a significant amount of mana. Whew, look at all that damage. Oh my gosh. So good. Alright. Yeah, we want to be working on Nekros at this point. But look at our ability to get around Calum. It's really awesome. I think this team's set up very well for Neutralizing taunt teams. Okay. We definitely want to make a yellow. Let's do blue. And we'll just line up green for the cascade. Oh, nearly died. Oh, come on, live. Okay. First lion. Okay. I think I'm going to use Sigil first. Yeah, take off that mana choke. Then we're going to use Celeste on herself, because she'll give herself significant healing. Strybog. Look at all that. Coming back from near death. Okay. The move it's suggesting is okay because it's setting up green. I mean, I already have a green setup, so maybe I don't care. I actually don't care. Let's just do that green. I would rather do that purple, actually. And I don't really have good blue setups, so we'll just do red there. I pretty much have this one. It's just gonna take a little bit because well, we have a fortified taunt hero over here. Yeah, let's use Celeste on Lion. Sure, that's fine. The one it's suggesting is fine. I'm just basically going with the tile damage now. In fact, let's speed it up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, guys, I'm really impressed with how Lion's playing here in the arena against some meta teams at that, some powerful meta teams. And they're all similarly leveled heroes, and yet look at the damage that is being done by Lion. I think it is incredible. Again, they're at 104,797 damage. Look at that. No opposing hero came anywhere close to that. So Nekros is dealing his own huge amount of damage, and then on top of it, Lion just comes in and crushes. I'm excited about this. I'm happy. I think he turned out. I think he's going to be used. I think he's a great hero. I'm personally excited about this. I think he slots in a lot of different places. He's flexible. You have to make smart decisions with your equipment. You know, and I think there's a lot of different ways to build him. So I just scratched the surface. I know this was a long video, but let me know in the comments how you're going to build him, what equipment you think is important, what you're going to go with, if you're going to summon, if you got him. Let me know all the good stuff. If you enjoy videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification, and I will catch you in the next one.